Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Gyan Bhakti. We focus exclusively on spirituality, Vedanta, and Sanatana Dharma. Please subscribe our channel for mystical meanings of the scriptures and daily satsang. Our humble prostrations to all pervading Brahman or God, our worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, all sages and scriptures, and to the divinity in each of you. We are currently exploring the scripture Mysticism of Mahabharata. Commentary is by Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So today we will explore the adventures of Arjuna. One day, when Arjuna was practicing intense meditation on Lord Shiva, a demon, assuming the form of a great hog, charged at Arjuna, trying to kill him. Seeing the hog in time, Arjuna discharged his arrow and pierced the hog. At the very same instant, a hunter from a wild tribe, who was really Lord Shiva, assuming the form of the hunter, discharged an arrow, and both arrows pierced the animal at the same time. This led to a conflict over which of the two could assert that he had killed the animal. In the fight, Arjuna's arrows repeatedly entered into the hunter's body and vanished, and his inexhaustible quiver soon became exhausted. Then he started fighting with his bow, his sword, and then even with his fists. Finally, that hunter brought Arjuna between his arms and began to choke him so hard that he temporarily lost consciousness. Regaining consciousness, Arjuna found a clod of earth and mentally invoked the presence of Shiva and offered some nearby flowers to him. Much to Arjuna's surprise, he saw those flowers fall upon the head of the hunter, who was standing at a distance, smiling. Then Arjuna realized that he had been fighting with Shiva himself, and he fell at his feet. Pleased by the austerity and heroism of Arjuna, Shiva blessed him, and instantly all the injury that Arjuna had received in that fight was removed, leaving him stronger than ever. This story has interesting mystical implications for an aspirant. In the course of spiritual movement, during the practice of profound meditation and samadhi, superconsciousness, an aspirant comes into combat with God, so to speak. In order to become divine, you must acquire all the qualities that the divinity possesses. The divinity is pure, so you must be pure. The divinity is peaceful, so you must also be peaceful. This results in a kind of mystic combat or competition. In this process, you begin to recognize that everything your ego considered its own is ineffective, and nothing you thought you possessed is really yours. Your body, mind, intellect, senses, and pranas, vital forces, as well as all your abilities and talents, none of these is yours. Everything is essentially God's. As this insight grows, you develop an ever increasing sense of divine surrender and allow the realities of your individualized existence to be handled by the competent hands of all-knowing God. While Arjuna was reflecting upon the blessing of his encounter with Lord Shiva, suddenly there was a blaze of light, and great gods such as Varuna, Kubera, Yama, and Indra appeared before him. Yama then said to Arjuna, "O Arjuna, remember, you are the ancient sage Nara, the friend of Narayana. As manifestations of Lord Vishnu, you have both incarnated in human personalities as Arjuna and Krishna for the purpose of destroying the demons who have incarnated as the Kauravas. In doing so, you will relieve the earth of a great burden. Thus saying, Yama and all the other gods assembled bestowed upon Arjuna their special celestial weapons that would eventually enable him to conquer the most powerful enemies. From a mystical point of view, all the deities that blessed Arjuna with celestial weapons are different expressions of Brahman, the divine self. These deities are universal forces that have allowed themselves to be confined, so to speak, in human personality. The sun god has become one's eyes. The moon god has become one's mind. The fire god has become one's speech. Through meditation, we attune ourselves to the presence of those deities or universal forces within us, and thus we receive their blessings. As a result, we gain an awareness of immense inner mystic power. The celestial weapons that Arjuna received symbolize the spiritual powers that an aspirant acquires through purity of mind. In Samadhi, the unconscious mind begins to discard the old impressions based on egoistic consciousness and to draw to itself divine impressions or Shubha Samskaras. With the help of those divine impressions, one eventually destroys the sense of individuality and enters into cosmic expansion, overcoming ignorance once and for all. After receiving the celestial weapons from the gods, Arjuna entered into Indra's chariot and flew to the heavenly world. There, Arjuna stayed at the request of Indra, his celestial father, for 5 earth years. While in the heavenly worlds, Arjuna learned the art of handling celestial weapons and received a profound education in all of the heavenly arts and sciences as well. So we will continue this journey tomorrow. We will be covering the adventures of Bhima. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.